Have you ever watched someone your age walk into a room and noticed how effortlessly they move? Their posture seems lifted, their steps feel smooth, and there is a natural ease to the way their body flows. Even before they speak, they appear 10 years younger. That youthful look has nothing to do with hair, clothing, or facial appearance. It comes from the way the body carries itself. It is the posture, the confidence, the fluidity, and the energy in each movement. After 60, many adults feel the opposite happening. The shoulders begin drifting forward, the neck leans outward, the chest feels tight, and walking becomes smaller and more cautious. These changes are subtle at first, but they gradually create a pattern that makes the body appear older, stiffer, and less vibrant. What many people do not realize is that these outward changes come from neuromuscular habits, not from age itself. The brain slowly reduces activation to certain postural muscles, while other muscles become tight from overuse. This imbalance pulls the body forward and down, creating what is commonly called aging posture. However, the encouraging part is that this pattern can be reversed. You can restore younger, more confident movement, often within minutes, by gently awakening the muscles that support upright alignment and natural mobility. Today, I will show you 3 simple therapeutic movements that do exactly that. They are safe, gentle, accessible to almost all adults over 60, and require no equipment. Before we begin, I would love for you to share your name and where you are watching from. Our senior longevity community includes people from all over the world who are working towards stronger, steadier, healthier movement. Your presence here makes that community feel even more connected. Before starting any new exercise routine, please speak with your physician or physical therapist if you have significant balance issues, dizziness, severe arthritis, neurological conditions, recent surgeries, or concerns about pain. These movements should feel comfortable and controlled. If anything causes sharp or sudden discomfort, reduce the range or stop and rest. Movement should never feel forced. It should feel supportive, gentle, and intentional. Let us begin by discussing why movement plays such an important role in how we appear. Younger-looking movement comes from 3 qualities: upright posture, smooth coordination, and natural rhythm in the hips and spine. When these qualities diminish, the body appears older, even if your mind feels sharp and youthful inside. Research shows that posture affects not only our physical presence, but also our mood, breathing, balance, and sense of confidence. A lifted posture opens the chest, improves lung expansion, increases circulation, and provides the neck and spine with proper support. Smooth hip movement creates longer steps, better stability, and a walking pattern associated with youth and vitality. And cervical alignment, the way the head sits above the spine, deeply influences how the face and shoulders appear in motion. When the head drifts forward, it adds years to the body's appearance. When the head realigns, the entire body looks lighter, steadier, and more energetic. The 3 movements we will work on today target these key areas directly. The first movement focuses on the alignment of the head and neck. The second restores pelvic and hip motion, which is essential for a younger walking pattern. The third opens the chest and thoracic spine to lift the posture and create an instant sense of openness and ease. Let us begin with the first movement, which addresses the position of the head and neck. After 60, forward head posture becomes very common. This occurs when the head gradually moves in front of the shoulders. It happens slowly over many years of sitting, reading, leaning forward, and performing daily tasks that keep the body bent over. Forward head posture not only affects comfort, but also influences appearance significantly. It compresses the front of the neck, rounds the shoulders, and causes the upper back to work harder than it should. It also makes the body appear older and less confident. Correcting this gently brings an immediate sense of vitality. To begin, sit or stand in a comfortable position with your spine tall and your shoulders relaxed. Direct your gaze forward at eye level. Now imagine someone has placed a small magnet at the back of your head, gently pulling it backward along a horizontal line. Slowly glide your chin backward without tilting your head up or down. It should feel as though the back of your skull is lengthening upward while the front of your throat becomes slightly more active. The movement is very small. Hold this position for a slow breath, then relax. Continue this gentle gliding pattern, using your breath as your rhythm. As you inhale, imagine your spine lengthening. As you exhale, imagine your head settling comfortably above your shoulders. Many people notice that this movement creates a feeling of length in the back of the neck and light engagement under the jaw. It may feel unusual at first, especially if forward head posture has been present for many years. But this small movement awakens the deep cervical stabilizers, muscles that support the head and keep the spine aligned. When these muscles activate, the entire upper body looks more lifted, balanced, and youthful. If you experience discomfort, reduce the intensity and focus on slow, effortless movements. With practice, this alignment becomes natural and significantly improves how the body looks during everyday activities. Now let us move to the second movement, which focuses on the pelvis and hips. The hips play a major role in how old or young a person appears when they walk. Younger movement is characterized by fluid steps, natural pelvic glide, and a sense of rhythm. As the body ages, the hip joints may stiffen, the steps may shorten, and the pelvis may lose its natural rotation. This leads to a cautious, shuffling gait that makes the body appear older and less stable. To restore a youthful walking pattern, we must reintroduce gentle motion to the pelvis and hips. To begin this movement, stand near a counter or chair for support. Place your feet comfortably beneath you and soften your knees slightly. Imagine your pelvis as a bowl of water. Very slowly guide that bowl forward without arching your lower back. Then gently guide it backward without collapsing your spine. The movement is slow and fluid, as if you are teaching your hips to glide again. Next, imagine guiding the pelvis slightly to the left, then to the right, allowing your weight to shift naturally between your feet. You are not forcing the movement. You are simply allowing your body to rediscover the side-to-side glide that is essential for a younger-looking gait. Breathe softly throughout this motion, keeping your chest relaxed and your shoulders down. As the movement becomes more comfortable, imagine your pelvis making small circles, combining all directions into a gentle, controlled pattern. This awakens the deep hip muscles responsible for balance, stride length, and walking rhythm. Many adults over 60 experience stiffness in this area without realizing it. When the pelvis begins to move freely again, the legs feel lighter, steps become smoother, and the entire walking pattern looks younger and more relaxed. This movement also reduces tension in the lower back and improves circulation through the hips and core. If you experience discomfort, reduce the range and move more slowly. The goal is gentle reactivation, not intensity. Now let us move to the third and final movement, which addresses the thoracic spine and chest. Many adults develop tightness through the front of the chest and rounding in the upper back. This rounded posture is one of the most visible signs of aging, even in individuals who remain mentally sharp and physically active. When the chest collapses and the upper back stiffens, the body appears tired and tense. Restoring openness through this area lifts the entire posture and creates an immediate youthful appearance. To begin this movement, sit or stand comfortably with your feet grounded. Imagine that your breastbone is gently lifting upward, not by arching your lower back, but by creating space in the front of your body. Take a slow breath in through your nose and imagine the breath expanding across your collarbones and upper ribs. As you exhale, imagine the shoulder blades gliding downward, creating a natural space between your ears and shoulders. Continue breathing this way, allowing each inhale to open the chest slightly more. If you feel comfortable, gently draw your elbows backward, as if you are creating a soft stretch across the front of your chest. Hold for a breath, then return to a neutral position. The movement is not a strong stretch. It is a gentle expansion that encourages the spine to lengthen and the posture to lift. As you continue this movement, you may notice that your shoulders feel lighter and your upper back feels more spacious. This openness creates an instant visual change. The chest appears lifted, the neck appears more aligned, and the entire body looks more confident and awake. This is because you are reactivating the thoracic extensors, the muscles that hold the upper spine upright. Over time, these muscles can become underactive, but even a few minutes of activation can create visible improvement. Now that you have learned all three movements, let us bring them together into a simple daily routine. Begin with the cervical alignment exercise to position the head correctly above the spine. Then move to the pelvic glide to restore hip rhythm and walking fluidity. Conclude with the thoracic opening exercise to lift the posture and create a sense of ease across the chest. When practiced together, these movements produce immediate visual changes because they address the areas of the body most responsible for youthful alignment. The changes may be subtle at first, but over time they accumulate, helping you move with more confidence, steadiness, and natural vitality. Consistency is key. You do not need long sessions or strenuous routines. Even a few minutes a day will gently retrain your body to move in a younger, more balanced way. Younger-looking movement is not about perfection. It is about feeling lighter, more open, and more connected to your body's natural rhythm. Thank you for spending this time with me today. You deserve to move with confidence and comfort at every age. If you found these movements helpful, please share your experience in the comments and tell me which one made the biggest difference for you. Subscribe to Senior Longevity for more evidence-informed guidance to help you stay strong, steady, and vibrant. Your body is capable of more than you realize, and with the right support, you can maintain youthful, confident movement for years to come.